apau. Ua hana I maya. Eli Yokobo. Ili nanoi kamakai. Eko. Eko mo apuli kamay na mako ikumanoyay. Akmana ikyoyay o akmana kyo. Epo. Akia inumako yoko apa. Ebe noi kapuka akiau. Akiau ikalevanu. Kahenoi ikuman. Kahinoi koyai. Ho pule no makoyoi. Alohe ye. Alohe ye. Alohe ye.
Okay, guys, we probably sit at the cornerstone of probably one of the most important decisions to be made in the next 100 years. And I say that because of the shelf life of these toxins. We have been shown a diagram that shows 8 feet of very limited porosity clay soil under a diagram with a double liner. They've told us for sure that there is no liner sitting on top of straight, super sharp cinder. Look at their pit right now. They're about ready to throw down a piece of felt, which I'll show you guys, and an 80 mil rough side liner. We have all the specs on it. What they put in here, they're not allowed to drive on. Only one special machine. They're gonna dump these things in here. It's gonna break almost instantly. Look at the studies on the pressure. Look at all the stuff we put on the data sheet. Look at the seams in it. Look at the cinder in it. Even the mayor has not seen this. They have only seen the diagram of the permanent site. Now I want to point out, this right here, illegal already. This has been built before the right of entry that was given last week on the second TMK. It borders it. You see the work they've scraped off the side of the mountain there? Yeah. Illegal, just on that level. So we want to show that. But I also want to show that where you see that mountain coming down and you see the hill they took off to build this here. And what was here, it's almost hard to even see it anymore. But that structure, that sacred site on the top of that corner that synchronizes with another one on the other ridge, the trail always has been right where those guys are standing right now. We watched them over the last month desecrate the entire thing. This is a ridge that you hear. That is no longer available for the kupuna sites. Not to mention that, once it's poisoned, they will never be able to visit them again, ever. It's done. Those poisons with 50-mile-an-hour winds, the wind blows right here. We can show you the dust tests and everything else with it. What is totally unacceptable, we need to demand the diagram for this. No one has been able to show it to us. Apparently the mayor has not even seen it. There's something to be said for that. It's totally different than what they planned. They've shown us a reservoir only here, and I want to point out that if you look on our data sheet, we're going to show you really clear with GPS that they have to lose that entire mountain. What? And I also want to point out that on their data they gave you, it marks that cultural site right on the edge of the liner. So the mass that they're going to have to take off of here, and you say, no, there's no way they could do it. But look at our shots from December 4th till now. There was an entire mountain there. If you look on the other side of that, do you guys see a retainer wall? No. Do you see any concrete, any structural engineering besides a mound on dirt? I built 5-acre reservoirs. I built from this company, Geotech. They have failed again and again and again.
Criminal.
When you see how thick the liner is, that it actually gets air bubbles underneath it, look at them for yourselves. If you walk under it, you can feel the sharp cinder under it. The first time one of their machines goes to drop a burrito, it is compromised, not if. Force them to show you. We will show you their data, their installation sheets. This is sloppy work. When you guys came inside, did everybody see the water truck and all the hill taken apart? No erosion barriers anywhere?
No.
We can see that really clearly. This is sloppy work with some of the most dangerous toxins known on the planet. We need the best science, the best engineers. This should look like a nuclear facility, does it?
Amen.
No.
This looks like
That's what
It's a
it
Mickey
this is
Mouse
worse than the
show.
last pond I laid that failed. And we can prove that on every level. And so demand this right here below us. When it rains, you see how it is? It's going to hit the cinder behind it and around it. It's going to leach under the liner. Let me give you the science. The pH of this, 4.3. Have them argue with it. 4.3. Do you guys know the pH? I don't think you do. So, the felt liner is going to continually soak up acidic material. All the data shows the stress, the pressure, 4.3 on the bottom of that reservoir. It's worse that it has felt because it will keep the acid against it constantly. This we know. Where's the geological survey for this? Can I walk up this hill without it falling? You guys have all seen the videos yesterday of us yelling at that mountain. You can see it coming down it. So this is what we need to scream to the administration. Show us what you showed us. There's not a reservoir being built here that you showed us the diagram of. You put it up at the meeting, you told us there's 8 feet of soil below it, you told us there's 2 liners. Whoa, wait a second. Everything that comes through this that has the chance to leach is going into here. 1 liner on felt. They're gonna test it, and if it doesn't show, here's the thing, they're gonna test the water. Guess what? Dioxins stick to particulate matter. That's why the dust is worse. They have to test the sediment, not on their radar. So if they don't give us tests of the sediment, if they are somehow allowed to go through with this, it's already screwed. Where is their protocol for disposal of this water when they say, oh, it didn't test positive? Where is it? Also, we know they're testing for single plastics and dioxin, not the compounds that are the worst. So all of these things, all of you who are scientists in this crowd and have the better data, help us build the data more. We need to demand those diagrams, and I don't really have a lot more to say on it, but just look for yourself. Look in the hill there, the amount of trash, tires. They didn't pull none of it, they just moved it out of the way. If we dig in here anywhere, it's loaded with trash. So we think you'd come in, you're gonna do this. Now, a temporary site. You've destroyed the mountain. What is temporary about this?
0.
They can't fit a permanent site without moving that mountain. What does that tell you? So now, everything they dumped in here, unraveled, compact with machines, now they're gonna pick it back up and put it in trucks in 40-mile-an-hour offshore wind.
Okay, tell them about compaction now.
Yeah, you can get into that all day long. It won't compact.
It
That's
isn't
why
compacted.
it is not compactable.
It's just
No,
what you're standing on.
100%.
It's all going to move.
That's why the subsoil is that we talk about and they're showing everybody. No, it's 8 feet of subsoil. That's low permeability. You guys want to be armed with these facts. This is as permeable as material gets.
We get
Period.
a big rain. This will all wash out to the sea.
It's going
That
into
hill
the
will
ground.
still be there. It's compacted. It's hard.
So
They-
the water table, I want to show you guys. See what's behind you guys? This is the old dump site. And that's why they're saying, oh, the land's toxic already. The reason they didn't put the dump site on this was because they knew this was not the spot for it. They knew the cultural sites were here. You want to know why an archaeological report has never been done on here? Because the county, the state, the dump has been in charge of it for so long before people were akamai that we demand and that we deserve and that the kupuna and the kanaka need this. And you should not touch anything without an archaeological report. The most prominent feature in the entire area. No reports, nothing. So if we look at that, and we have to demand that. Again, I don't know what else to say about it really. You guys have to make those decisions. But with all of it in it, call the mayor, County Minson. I cannot stress enough, the meeting on January 2nd in Wailuku at the County Council Chambers. We've been deflated because we haven't been allowed to speak. We will demand that we all get to speak at that. If we show up in the numbers, not only you, bring your family, bring everyone. We need to overwhelm that meeting and really show that our community is on it. If you see people here that should be here and they aren't, share with them what's going on. Show them yourselves. And
9 a.m.?
I think it's at 9 a.m. on the 22nd, or no, on the 2nd of January. It's in the county council chambers in Wailuku.
Stay all day so you can.
If we don't show up, we lose. Even now, we should have way more people than this.
I agree.
So all of you guys, Desecration, Auntie will never be able to visit that site. Now, one, she can't physically get to it anymore, and then it's going to be poison. Anything, we're going to grow food, and we're going to that's what we're doing here. So I cannot stress it enough that if you're here and you're cheering, then take the action and make sure you're at that meeting. Make sure you've written letters. It is on January 2nd in the county council chambers, I believe at 9 a.m. But if I'm wrong, everybody else post it.
The mayor said, so they called this meeting.
What place to get information? There is one.
Go to Living Earth Systems. That is an Instagram that I have, and also music, Kaio Martin. There's a bunch of people in our circles.
We need to build our network.
And that's what happens. And you guys need to network with each other.
Yes, I wanted to.
We are setting up a website for this. That should be up by the end of the day. There are scans on the table. You can take a scan, post it, let Tony as well.
I wanted to give a little more detail, Eddie, in regards to the meeting on January 2nd. So, in the meeting last week, when they proposed it, and it was on the agenda for the rites of passage, right? And our county council passed that for the mayor to have the ability to go into agreement with the federal government for that. And that was a special meeting. They decided that they need to have another meeting, which is this one, which is not going to be blasted out and everything, because one of their excuses was, well, nobody really showed up. Okay, no, I'm serious. It was spoken out of the county council's mouths with one of the excuses that their uhanes have and put on as why. Okay, so they created this meeting January 2nd. It's a discussion forum, further information. They promised the mayor would be present for that meeting.
How about Tamara Powell? Will she be there?
She will be there.
Thank you.
As well as everybody else, because why? That's their kuleana to do that too, and it's also their kuleana that is our kuleana to hold them accountable, for the wrongs that they have already done, and to stop them in their tracks from what can be done.
Why wasn't she there at the last meeting?
Let me, you want to, since her name came up, let me just say something real quick, because you all don't write the past. She proposed an amendment to it to supersede just these two TMKs to include the whole Oluwalu. Okay? She did. And with that, everybody, because they know they're doing the wrong things, Uhane started getting all confused, right? Because we live with our Uhane, and there's a good and there's a bad, and in times like this, there's the trickster. And so they all started getting confused. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you saying Oluwalu? Are you saying just the TMKs? They went ahead, voted yes on her amendment. Furthermore, then had more confused discussions, ignoring, straight out saying that they have bypassed, broken their own rules of the archaeological studies, environmental hazards, because why? They want to go with the fast track for the money that they will not get mid-February by doing this at the cost of our environment's health. Without a healthy environment, we're sick.
We need a lawsuit.
And we need a lawsuit, and we need an injunction. We need a lawyer. The EPA was also there. The EPA, they said, we asked them in the discussion before they voted, in regards to mycology and fungi, I said, what is it? You know their answer? We started it. We started preparing for that to be taken care of in the burn site. But because of you guys pointing county council, you guys wanting this fast-tracked option, that has been tabled.
Oh.
Okay? And it is appalling. And these are people, mind you, okay, with right head, eye.
Gabe Johnson did it, and the other person.
And
So we
who
have
did
two on
not.
our side.
They are two on our side. Look at those names.
It's like not even sides,
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
because there's a lot of oneness and everything.
Thank you.
It's the
Hello.
madness
This is a side.
of
Take a
humanity and who these people are working for. And tomorrow, for her to play that game, play both cards, it showed so clearly. We say, oh, they must have an agenda. Hell yeah, they have an agenda.
They never not have an agenda.
And their uhanes have run amok because they cannot just settle it and say, I'm going to break the sheets and I'm going to say no. So we must, and we are. And our ancestors are here with us, and they are supporting us, and they will take care of us.
Are we going to take their side?
Because we don't have the blood of the Haida on our hands, and the blood of the ancestors on our hands. We have the aloha within our soul.
January 2nd.
January 2nd.
Mahalo.
Come back to work,
So they went out to go get my husband John. We're gonna bring up a few instruments and we're gonna mele for the kupuna before we go back down because they deserve that. Sing their soul a little bit.
That's right.
So if you just wanna be in the kapu aloha, have your quiet within you, take in, get the downloads of what your right action will be moving forward.
Well, first off, what makes you think I owe
That would be this time to do that. Kapka, follow out quietly, but please be mindful of the same time that we are on right now. This takes some time and it just exact moment. Right here, and I see this. They are present with us. You are able to feel their soul. These are my sons. This is 10th generation.
Many people don't, on social media, don't know the history of what is here. Would you mind sharing what that is?
Well, these rivers ran red.
If he can make it up here, there's really no excuse.
And it's not only the easy and within this law.
All right, where's Eddie? There he is. Hey, Eddie.
Oh, they do have the plan.
Hey, Eddie.
100%. Charlie, what's in his car?
What
The
we got?
plan for the temporary facility that none of us have ever seen.
No way.
Core Engineers. This is the company doing the liner, Tetra Tech, just so you know it. See the plan that none of us have ever seen
Right.
for the temporary? It's on the chair
That's
right
crazy.
there. So it's the Tetra Tech guy.
Hey, Eddie.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
doing a live right now. Anything you want to say before I shut it off?
No, not right now.
Hey, best place for them to go to get more data would
They
be.
can go to Living Earth Systems, either on YouTube or on Instagram. That's a real good place. The data sheets are there. We'll have a scan, and there's several other people putting that out. You can
Okay.
also come by the site where we're striking. If you're on Maui, we're going to be.
So so long as we use it in a pono way, you are within aloha and in love. So don't fall for any of that stuff. We stand in solidarity, and we are the rainbow people.
Oh, yeah.
The ancestors are still here protecting this land with their bodies, even beyond, and they're all our ancestors. All of our ancestors.
Are they desecrating Evie here?
They are.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Yet they'll stop the hotels,
Sure,
all that?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Start one.
Sure. The fuckery.
Implode. It's going to implode. It's going to implode.
We are upset.
Right.
We are here. We are here. We are upset. We are moved to stand.
This is everything. Yeah.
And we must pray for them. We pray for our brothers and sisters. The Ohanis are so far
Yes, thank you.
from where they need to be. You know, they gotta let Amakua lead the way.
All these workers
They
are
can
victims
walk.
too. They're victims as well, and they are the ones who are also going to be taking in the toxins, getting the cancers. They may not know it, they may not feel this with us, but they are also
And
Because it's for
they
money
have a choice.
for them.
Yeah.
It's an economic
Because
thing.
we all have a choice.
Yeah.
They think
You're
they
gonna
have
get
to do
paid
this
$40
for their families.
an hour, $100
Again
an
and
hour,
again and again and again.
and run that tractor. That's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
families.
You know, somebody said it's about money, right? So let me ask you a question. Are you expendable?
No.
No.
Can you be bought?
No.
Can you be sold?
No.
Then you're not expendable. Do you have a voice?
Yes.
Are you going to speak up?
Yes.
Then let them hear you all the way to the top.
Yes.
They cannot stop you. They cannot stop a united force. They cannot stop this Lahui.
That's right.
Those who live today and the generations to come, we have Kavamamu and Kavamahope on this wakai with us. Right? Those from the past and those yet to come. So, come up, and usually there's about maybe half a dozen to 12 people show up testify. I think I saw 1,000 people since the last meeting, and we could probably add another 200 to 300. 1,300 voices can say a lot.
Yes.
So we'd encourage you guys to show up. When was that? January 2nd?
January
2nd.
January
January
2nd.
2nd.
They can't come back to work.
County Council. County Council.
It's just like today, the day after Christmas.
That you're too sleepy or too hungover
Exactly.
before they get you. That's why they
There's
get it
a
right
fear and all that shit.
Just like the community meeting, they didn't put it on Maui.org.
I remember that.
It was buried. And where's the FAQ that they said they would put the plans
And if you
for?
search for this one,
They never posted.
Deeper than this pit. Their lies are deeper than this pit.
Yeah.
It's the same lies that happened in Lahaina.
Because
Exactly. It's the same people.
Same people.
Same people.
On
right over
lie
here.
on top of lie.
Same people that orchestrated the fire are doing this. There's no question.
They did the Great Mahele too. They did freaking.
You bought or sold, isn't that the definition of slavery?
Yeah.
It is.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. It is. And I want to just let you know, so spiritually and astrologically, we're in profound times. And
Yeah.
the light, the mana that the sun is giving right now, and where Pluto is coming through in our realms for the last time within all of our lifetimes, in my son's lifetime and my grandchildren's lifetime. It's like a spotlight on the darkness. So be prepared, because this is only begun.
Right.
Well,
And as it shows the layers of lies, and as that spotlight goes, yeah, right there, boom, right there, we ku'e through it with that tapu aloha and with our voices. Because it's going to show, it's going to be like a domino effect. And the accountability needs to be there every step of the way. Hey! What ends up happening to them? That's their kuleana. They will have to face the karmic
That's
war.
right.
Kuan Yin is waiting for them.
Judgment.
right on, girl.
Auntie, where's the music? Down there or up here?
Well, I wanted my husband to come up because he wasn't up here. And I asked him to bring him. So if you feel the mana to go down, you can, but can somebody call them to see what's happening? Because we're up here waiting for the music. Maybe Eddie can. The music and the quiet.
What's that?
I got your link
Oh,
on
you did?
YouTube.
Awesome.
So
Everybody's
it's just,
sorry.
that's how I got
Kind of last minute though, right?
Well, what was interesting is I woke up at 5:15 in the morning wide awake, so that it's for me to come. Hey,
Something's going on. Exactly. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Want to hold this for me?
We need about,
So whatever you're doing is working.
we just do like 5,000 more. But you know, they'll come. I think they'll come. They will.
Like a drive-through sign-in. Eddie.
Just on the other side of the road.
I just have to say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. I've been following all the good work you've been doing and spreading it far and wide, and God bless you so much.
Thank you. You're very,
really
very
appreciate
welcome.
you.
It's the least I could
give
do,
you a little-
honestly. Yeah.
And
I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, and the whales have been jumping.
Really?
So
Oh.
it'd be a good thing to catch them right down
Right?
splash of
Can you
this
just even
mess.
believe they're thinking about putting this that close to the water?
It's absolute insanity,
right?
And there's absolute no logic that supports this type of insanity.
It's just beyond words. There's not even words.
There's not even words. It's unfathomable, this
Right.
level of
This just
disconnect
shows you
in
the
evil.
audacity. The audacity.
Arrogance, yeah.
The audacity.
Anyway, keep
All
it
right,
going.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So many people are sending you love bubbles from far and
I
wide.
receive them all. I receive them all. Thank you.
So I live in Kihei, and I deliver food. So I go to Starbucks, and this guy that's over here, the quadriplegic,
Yeah.
people were attending to him, and he was like not well, and I was like, wow, that's kind of strange.
This guy that's right over here.
Yeah. So then, I go do some more deliveries. I come back, he's still there, like an hour later or so. I'm like, whoa, what happened here? And I could see some stuff on the ground. A woman in her car. Oh, he was moving too slow for her. So she just sprayed him in the face with pepper spray.
No. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
A quadriplegic in his wheelchair. She sprayed him in his face with pepper spray.
Because he was in her way. He was moving too slow. Wow. So they went and got milk and was pouring it on him, in his face. They sprayed him she sprayed him in his face.
So how do you end up here?
I don't know how we got here.
That's amazing. Hey, God really didn't want, someone didn't really want him to be here, but God did, obviously.
All right, here comes the music.
All right, we got the music coming.
Much mahalo for all you do.
You're welcome,
Are
thank
you
you.
still going into the zone?
It's been a few days since I've been in there, but yeah.
Did you run it? Have any of the kapunas asked you about collecting things to do a kuni ceremony?
No. Mm-mm.
So kuni ceremony, I've been studying ancient Hawaiian ceremonies. It's you grab the victim's ashes, and then the kapunas that are qualified to do it do a ceremony, and it boomerangs back onto the perpetrators all of the evil that they did to the victims.
Wow. Yeah, you would think they would be doing some kind of services at every property where there's the potential of loss of life, whether it's that ritual or Catholic or whatever. You'd think there'd be more honoring happening for those that died, but you don't see any of that going on.
You haven't seen any of it?
I haven't personally, but you still can't go in there, right? They got the whole place locked down, unless you have a pass, but even then your pass is only good for so long and they kick you off. So you just can't go walking around in there to this day.
Have you or anyone taken any samples in there?
Eddie just did. He did a bunch of core samples.
I want to go in there and get samples.
Yeah. No, it needs to be studied.
What they did to those materials is it's a molecular dissolution. I was at NASA in the 80s working for Reagan's SDI Starbucks. And
Really?
we were told that the device that I was working on was going to be only used for good. But like seeing your baby, I see my baby at work. I know what that is going to do, and that's what was used for. And it does a molecular process, and then those materials continue to degrade because it's breaking the ionic bonds as well as the molecular bonds. it's a very complex process, but it's also simple in that it keeps on going and going. And going.
Really? So it doesn't stop?
It doesn't stop.
Wow.
They use the same device.
And so what's the technology called?
It didn't have a name.
It didn't. What's it called today?
I do not know.
Don't know.
I quit
Interesting.
NASA back in the 80s.
But it's some type of an energy manipulation device.
Yes, it's a molecular dissolution. We were going to be boring holes in the moon, 30-foot diameter holes, 600 feet deep, and then bringing a cap up there, so that it's very expensive to haul all the sides of a building and all the building materials, as you know, to a site.
Right.
What they told us at NASA was we're going to be colonizing the moon, and we need this device. Walls and office and
tower. They dustified.
We could just.
What would you say is a good area like that?
Where the old railroad tracks used to be. You take a left. If you head north, right behind the Waikuli neighborhood. There's a dirt road back there that they don't have blocked off, and that dirt road is an old cane road that goes right behind the whole Waikuli neighborhood. And there's homeless people living back in there. I just videotaped a couple weeks ago, but yeah, that's easy access right there. Oh, this is going to be awesome, man. Got Lucas Nelson.
I know.
Wow.
Don Nelson.
Can you play the song?
Party, and we played around the ocean just acoustically. It was amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Mahalo, brother. We need a phone holder. You just gotta step on the bottom. Put one foot on the bottom. You just gotta step on the bottom. Put one foot on the bottom.
Yeah, you two. Put on the bottom there. Can everybody just go sideways? Yeah, you two. Put on the bottom there. Can everybody just go sideways? Come on in. So everybody can see.
Good.
Shots ring out across the land. All I do is wave my hand. I hang powerful crowd. Say the quiet parts out loud, but it's silent way up here. King of sand, prince of dust, live you might, die you must. Up on top, but only just king of sand. Listen to your heart, they say. I just heard mine yesterday. Finger in the rim on a glass of Chardonnay. I guess it don't have much more to say. It's comfortable way up here.
Got empty coming in right behind you, so don't.
My God says I'm doing fine, long as I show up on time. 3 Hail Marys and I'll be heaven bound. But Father, why am I still cooling down? It's lonely way up here. King of sand, prince of dust, live you might, die you must. Up on top, but only just king of sand, prince of dust, king of die you must. Up on top, but only just king of sand.
Got a Hawaiian song?
His body back to the harbor, came into the harbor. The people on this song.
Wow.
Haina kapua, olani heleloa, You guys see all the whales that were breaching? Oh, it's so beautiful.
I love you all!
We should all extend our hands for help.
Watch how this goes.
United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. One more time. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. One more time. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. I took a walk in the country. What did I see? My community was there with me, trying to sit up the mountain where they're trying to tear it down right in front of you and in front of me. We're not gonna let them do this today. We're gonna peacefully protest. The ancestors have got our backs. I'm glad you're here with us today. We're gonna sing United we stand all the way. 1, 2, 3. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. What about you? What about me? Can't we work together in peace and unity? It takes two to make a quarrel, takes two to make a fight. Can't you see we don't need it no more? Not on Maui tonight. Come on. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. I took a walk up this mountain. I saw John Cruz, Lucas, and Caillo standing beside of me. I saw Wilmar Kahayali'i and his brother, all of them supporting us. That's why we're standing here today. In support of those whales that were jumping out there.
I'm a club.
And all the ancestors that believe in what we're doing here today. They're united with us, so let's sing United We Stand one more time. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. Everybody. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when the backs are against the wall. United we stand.
our backs are against the wall. One last time. United we stand, divided we fall. Even when our backs are against the wall.
Let's all go back down with these microphones and speakers and water.
Yeah.
Love you, Leo Kaikini.
Anybody else? My feet are in the gravel, so I gotta do this slowly. Bombay, slip sliding away.
Beautiful work, beautiful work. Mahalos, beautiful. All right, guys, if you're just joining the live, it's wrapping up. We're up here next to the temporary site, Oluwalu, where they're getting ready to possibly dump 400,000 yards of toxic waste in a very flimsily built felt liner with 80 mil. And it's right above, I should say, the ocean, about 1,000 yards or so, above the freshwater aqueducts of Maui, next to 2 underground streams, on a cinder cone with porous soil. That is a sacred site for the Hawaiians, where ancient Hawaiians were buried, and also considered the womb or the empty embryos of Pele. There's been an outcry from the community, and the Maui County Council just passed, including the West Maui Council member Tamara Paulton, saying aye to allowing this temporary site to go. Not one particle should be allowed to be dumped here, because the moment it happens, the liner will fail, and these toxins that are carcinogenic will go into the ocean, the air, the soil, the groundwater, and there'll be 40,000 semi-truckloads, that's 80,000 trips back and forth, dripping wet with ash and toxins that will also cross-contaminate the Aina, or the land between here and Lahaina, which is about 7 miles to my north right now. So it's the worst idea since the beginning of time, in my opinion. It's absolutely horrendous. And so if you agree, please come to the Maui County Council meeting on January 2nd. Please share this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please sign the petition at vetomauidump.com. I've made a direct link to the petition on change.org. Please write the council members, the mayor, the congressmen, the congresswomen, the EPA, anything you can do, anybody you can reach out. We need numbers, we need people to show up and show out. This was a small group of people here today, but it is the day after Christmas. We just had notice of this less than 48 hours ago, so much aloha, mahalo, nui loa to everyone that did show up. But we need more, we need a lot more. And if you care about the ocean, if you care about Maui, if you care about the future generations of the kids, the keiki that are going to live here, if you care about the people that live here now, you got to do something. You got to help anything that you can. We got to get awareness out there. There was not a single media outlet here. Not that the bought and paid for media matters, but all we have for media is you guys, social media, if you will. So please do your part, help out the best you can. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed the music, love a thumbs up. Lucas Nelson, obviously Willie Nelson's son, very, very talented. Go to his Instagram. He just that song you just heard, he put it out on Christmas. So amazing, amazing talent. And John Cruz, of course, just performed as well. But here you can see they are performing work and have been performing work well ahead of any building passed. Just bulldozing literally ahead, having no consideration for the law. Because of the 8th proclamation, all environmental laws have been suspended. No surveys are required, no environmental impact studies are required. And what you've got is a bunch of local buddhas putting down some felt, right? That's what we got here. That's what's happening. Like, hang on a second. This is what we're talking. All right, just rolling out some felt, people. This is the most porous, loose ground you could possibly fathom. It is insane. It is just crazy. I could not, if I had to invent or dream up the worst site in the world to put toxic waste, it would be this site right here. There couldn't be a worse combination of elements, and quite frankly, if they can get away with this, man, oh my goodness gracious, what's next? Like seriously, you cannot stand by. If you've never been activated to do anything in your whole life before, if you've just been standing on the sidelines watching the world go by, now is your time to step up, voice your opinion. If it's just as simple as sharing this video, sharing the most recent content I posted, sharing what Eddie Garcia and Lucas Nelson and John Cruz have posted on their Instagram. Go find their Instagrams, go share it. We got to get the word out. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I cannot believe I've actually had a 3G or 4G or 5G connection right here. This is usually the worst place in the world for internet on this island. So it's been just a miracle if this live has even gone out. Like literally a miracle. So I just can't thank God enough that this transmission has gone out in the worst 5G spot on Maui. That tells me this message is meant to get out. So we just need your help next. So thank you guys. Much aloha from the bottom of my heart to yours. Mele Kalikimaka. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. And please do Maui a Christmas present favor and get the word out and protest in mass. Love you guys. Till next time, Eric West.